Well, welcome back to the 2024 Clopton Tournament. A 1-8 matchup on the boys' side just underway. Early goings, it's 2-0 Clopton. They're playing Mark Twain, the 8th seed. Only basket of the evening so far is Kane Evans. Running length of the court, Clopton has it. Score the basket for Josh Harvey, and it's 4-0 for the 8-3 Clopton Hawks in the early going. 6:26 left to play in the first quarter. Mark Twain has it in the near court. Jack Dotson, hands left side for Miller. Coden Miller puts up the shot, no good. Foul underneath, and it's 4-0 Clopton. There will be foul shots coming for Mark Twain.
It looks like Clopton's really just been in control of this game so far. It looks like Mark Twain's a little bit out of control in their offensive sets right now, and they really need to just compose themselves a little bit.
Mark Twain comes in at 1-8. Clopton, as I mentioned, 8-3. Foul shot on the way, short, off the mark for Aiden Dye. And it's a good point. Mark Twain's going to need to play in control as Dye makes his second foul shot. Again, in the early going, Clopton with the ball in a 4-1 lead. Into the near court on the left wing for Genuine. Genuine has it beyond three on the left. Head and shoulder fake to Evans. Back to Genuine. He drives, hangs in the air, off the glass, no good. Gets his own miss, fights for it. Ball's loose and controlled by Mark Twain. Quickly pushing up to the near court. Hanging in the air, the running one-hander's no good. Rebound underneath, Genuine. Clopton back the other direction. Chase Hall up the right side to Evans. And we're going to have a foul underneath. It's going to go against Aiden Dye.
Those are shots that Mark Twain's really going to have to take advantage of, especially if they're going to look to upset the Clopton.
A non-shooting foul, so Clopton gets it back. Hanging in the air again with the shot is Genuine. Evans with the rebound. He misses. Mark Twain controls. In the back court, pushing up court to the right wing. Head and shoulder fake. Puts the ball on the floor. Jack Dotson missed the shot. We've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Evans, I believe.
Looks like they caught on Chase Hall.
Mark Twain inbounds, has some trouble. Ball's loose near midcourt. Tigers pick it back up. Driving right side of the lane. One-handed shot off the mark. No good for Northcutt. Clopton quickly the other direction. Genuine bounce pass cross court. Intended for Chase Hall. And it's kicked out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Mark Twain. So Clopton keeps it underneath their own basket. Thanks for joining us, folks. I'm Rodney Dolbear alongside Ryan Capps for the opening round in the boys division here on KJFM and WBBA Sports. And the layup underneath for Evans pushes the lead to 6-1. Mark Twain into the near court. Northcutt handles the ball. Hands right side for Dye. Dye fakes the three, picks up his dribble, hands to the top of the key for Miller. Miller sets the offense. Looks inside, nothing there. Left wing, beyond three for Quinn Eckler. Eckler with the right-hand dribble. Gets it right side for Eckler. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound underneath Mark Twain. Miller puts it back up. It's no good. Clopton pushes into the near court. Cross-court pass off of Genuine. Mark Twain controls a very fast-paced game. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first quarter. 6-1 Clopton. In the paint, hanging 10-footer on the way. It's off the mark from Dye, and Clopton controls the rebound.
Mark Twain's really just not getting anything to fall right now. They've gotten their opportunities. They've gotten open shots. They're just not falling for them.
Evans with the shot from 8 feet. It won't go. Mark Twain with the rebound underneath. Miller pushes into the near cut up the right side. Kicks it out for an open three. On the way, it's off the mark. Draws nothing from Dotson. Rebound, Genuine. Genuine to Evans. Layup off the glass and in. Score the basket for Kane Evans. And he'll have one more. Substitution. So Kane Evans on the line, trying to convert the three-point play. Eyes it, spins it, shoots it with the left hand, and nothing but the bottom of the net. The lead is 9-1. Northcutt set to inbounds. Eckler picks it up in the backcourt. Cameron Brothers checks into the ball game. He has it beyond three on the left wing. Top of the key, swings it right side. And an Armour also into the game. Back for Brothers. Beyond three with the dribble. Eckler looks left wing for Dotson. Dotson swings it right side beyond three. Now top of the key. Good ball movement. Down low to the block. Backing in. Shot off the glass. Won't go. Northcutt had a look. Couldn't get it. Ahead of the pack. Off the glass and in with the left-handed basket. Jordan Genowine for Clopton. It's 11-1. Hawks in control early. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a break as well. This is Clopton Tournament Basketball on KJFM and WBBA Sports. After the break, Mark Twain has it. Cutting to the basket. With the basket, Sam Northcutt off the glass with the right hand. Cuts into the Clopton lead. It's 11-3. Good give and go there. Clopton will walk it into the near court. Genowine, the junior, with the ball. Holds it high to Evans. Beyond three. Hall on the way. Splashes home. Chase Hall, the senior, knocks down the tray, and it's 14-3. Mark Twain, unforced turnover. Jack Dotson didn't know where his man was and tossed it into the far bleachers. Clopton with the 11-point lead will get it back.
It just looked like there was some miscommunication there, causing the turnover. Let's see if Clopton can really take advantage of that.
Genowine to Evans at the free throw line. Back out to Hall again. Same spot. This one's an air ball. Rebound underneath. Comes to Mark Twain. They'll push into the near court. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Genowine.
Lucky break there from Mark Twain is usually if a guy gets the same look in the same spot, he's going to knock it down again. But
yeah, that first shot was nothing but the bottom of the net, and he had it right from the same spot and just was off. Under 2 minutes, first quarter, 14-3 Hawks. Mark Twain has it in the front court. Hanging, running one-hander, score the basket for Aiden Dye. And it's 14-5. Hawks walk it across the timeline. Left side for Genowine. Evans top of the key, right side. Baseline three on the way from Hall. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound comes to Lindsay. Lindsay to Genowine. Layup won't go. Rebound fought for. Evans gets it. He puts it back up. We've got a whistle and a foul. 2 shots coming for Kane Evans.
Clopton's kind of slowed down their pace here, and they're scoring a little bit in the final minutes of this first quarter.
Kane Evans knocks down the first of 2. Substitutions. Genowine takes a seat for the first time in this game. Adam Lindsay in alongside Tucker Salmons. Cash Evans and Chase Hall. Second free throw too strong. Mark Twain with the rebound. Pushing into the near court, Cameron Brothers. He hands off right side. Now on the wing, in the lane, shots blocked. Yeah, they're going to call Cash Evans with the foul there. I thought that looked like a pretty clean block. Nonetheless, going to be some foul shots coming for Mark Twain.
Yeah, that's his second foul, I believe, so he's going to have to be careful.
Second foul. We're not done with the first quarter as of yet. Quinn Eckler makes the first of two. The sophomore Eckler will have one more. He eyes it, shoots it. Off the mark, short. Evans with the rebound, hands off to the other Evans into the near court. Hall has it, slows things down. Between the circles, he'll hand right side to Hall. Open on the baseline layup, score that one for Evans. Nice give and go there. Wide open for the layup. Mark Twain has it into the near court. Dye hands it into the corner for Miller. Miller dumps it down in the paint. Shot up off the mark for Northcutt. Got a whistle underneath. We're going to whistle Coden Miller of Mark Twain for the foul. So Clopton will have it. 42 seconds left in the first quarter of play. 17-6. Hawks on top by 11. As Hall has it in the backcourt, he'll swing it to the left side for Harvey. Pushes into the near court. Evans hangs in the lane. Score the basket again and the foul. Kane Evans gets the basket to go with 32 left. 19-6. With Kane Evans on the line with a chance to extend the 13-point lead. Foul shot is on the way and good. Mark Twain has it in the backcourt. Under 30 seconds left to play here. Coming near court is Eckler. Swings it left wing for Dye. Dye behind the back dribble. Beyond three, top of the key. Swings it right side for Brothers. Brothers into the corner. Now back outside, beyond three, on the wing.
Clopton's done a really good job of just commanding the lead that they've built for themselves.
Shots on the way. It was missed by Cameron Brothers, and the whistle underneath is going to go against Mark Twain on the rebound. So Clopton will have it underneath the Mark Twain basket with 6.6 seconds left here in the first quarter. They'll have the ball in a 14-point lead, 20-6. Well, it looks like there's going to be some foul shots. There is. I wondered what they were doing. The bonus is indicated on the scoreboard, and it looks like that's in fact what's going to happen. Going to the line to the free throw line is Josh, not Josh Harvey, but yeah, Josh Harvey. He makes the first of two. He'll have one more. Cash Evans checks out. Tucker Salmon's back in for Clopton. Second foul shot on the way, and it splashes home. Under 5. Mark Twain into the near court. Underneath. Shot from the baseline left. It won't go at the buzzer. Off the mark by Coden Miller. And we've played one here at the Clopton Tournament, 2024 version. 22-6 is our score. Back with more after this on KJFM and WBBA Sports. Well, we've completed one period of play. 22-6 is our score. Clopton, the 1 seed, on top of the 8 seed Mark Twain. Mark Twain had some good looks, Ryan, but just were unable to convert. And on the other end, when Clopton had the opportunity, they made more than they missed and were able to stretch out the lead to 14.
It looks like Clopton's just comfortable in this game, and any answer that Mark Twain has in scoring, Clopton just seemed to have been able to answer right back. And they've seemed to make more than Mark Twain, obviously, with the score, looking the way it does. But we'll see how Mark Twain comes back and if they can find an answer for Clopton.
Kane Evans leads all scorers with 9. Mark Twain has it to begin play here in the second quarter. They have it into the near court. Top of the key with the right-hand dribble. Dotson picks up his dribble, gives it to the free throw line extended. Hanging running one-hander off the mark, it won't go. Clopton back the other direction. Tough pass to Evans. Down the lane, no good. Rebound underneath. It's loose, and Mark Twain has it. Quickly pushing into the near court. Dye off the glass, no good. They're going to call the offensive foul against Aaron Dye. Could have gone either way. Probably Dye being a little bit out of control there worked against him. So just underway, second quarter. Clopton will put it in play in the backcourt. Hall has it, guarded by Dotson. Bounce pass left side for Janawine into Evans. Score the basket for Cash Evans, his 4th point of the night.
That's going to be a tough matchup for anyone on Mark Twain. Mark Twain really doesn't have anyone that compares to Evans' size down in the post.
Well, both Evans are tall enough, but they're big, and you're right, they just don't, it's a mismatch. Mark Twain tries to get something going. Have it in the near court. Top of the key is Dotson. Dotson hands left wing for Miller. Miller backs into the paint, back top of the key, now left wing beyond 3. Fakes the 15-footer. Dotson looks and throws it off of his teammates' hands in front of the Mark Twain bench. Losing the handle is Coden Miller. Mark Twain had some good ball movement, and then it kind of got a little stagnant, and we're going to have to take some of those. We're not going to have a lot of uncontested shots. They had some that are about as good as you're going to get. You're going to just have to take those and try and start making some of them.
It looked like no one wanted to really just make a shot and go to the basket in that possession. It looked like they were just fine with passing it around the top of the key and just not getting anything that's not really there.
Clopton has it. Open underneath was Evans. A rare miss. Mark Twain 1-on-4 back the other direction, spinning in the lane. And I think that's what you're going to have to do. That time Eckler took it to the basket, and you're going to have a foul. I believe it's his 3rd on Cash Evans. So you would think here, just underway, second period of play, that might get Evans on the bench for a period of time. And I think that's what Mark Twain needs to do, is just take it in, try and draw some fouls, and get to the free throw line.
It looks like they're only marking it down as a second, but even then, he'll sit out probably. It'd be surprising if he comes back in the final half of this half here.
Eckler missed the first. Well, that strategy's all fine, but you've got to make your free throws. Eckler's second's on the way. Misses them both. Clopton with the rebound into the near court. Looking down court. Ball's tipped out of bounds in the cross-court pass, and it'll stay with the Hawks underneath their own basket.
As you mentioned, free throws are a big part of the game that are often overlooked, as a lot of games have been decided by a matter of free throws.
Well, a nice look inside. Kane Evans with another bucket. Puts him over double figures in this ball game. 28-6 is the score. Going to have a foul on the floor before the shot. I think this one's going to go against Kane Evans. Substitutions. Salmon's into the game for Clopton, along with Adam Lindsay. Larson Hall checks in as well. Mark Twain rainbows in. They have it to the back court. Armour. He hands left wing between the circles for Dotson. Now to the right side. Beyond 3. Drives. Free throw line extended. Now back beyond 3 to the right wing.
Pace of play has really slowed down here in second quarter especially.
Mark Twain looking to get a shot in the lane. Now underneath, a good look underneath. The layup was made by Landon Armour, but I believe we had a foul before the shot. Well, tough break for Mark Twain. Armour was standing right underneath the left side of the basket and made the layup, but there was a foul on the entry pass, so Mark Twain will inbounds underneath their own basket.
Foul was on Jordan Genowine, his second of the night. There's a handful of Clopton players with 2 fouls in this game already.
Layup on the way and missed from Northcutt. Evans has it tipped out of bounds. Could have easily called a foul there on Eckler, but they did not. It'll stay with Clopton underneath their own basket. Harvey set to inbound, looks for Evans underneath the basket. In traffic, tough shot there, couldn't get it to go. He was under the basket. Mark Twain pushes the other way. In the clear, shots blocked. Larson Hall with the block, but I believe they'll call him for a personal foul, and there will be free throws coming for Coden Miller. And make that Jack Dotson. He'll have 2. And the first one this time is good.
This will be a nice test for Clopton to see how deep their bench really goes, as with a lot of the starters and 6 men having to sit out for probably the remainder of this quarter.
Second foul shot from Dotson is on the way and good. 28-8. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left as Clopton comes into the near court. Right side for Harvey, top of the key for Salmons. Salmons swings it right side for Larson Hall. Free throw line extended. Three-pointer on the way from Lindsay. Nothing but the bottom of the net from the right wing. Mark Twain has it. Three-pointer of its own on the way. This one rims out. No good for Dotson. Rebound underneath Northcutt. This one off the right side of the glass with the right hand and good. Dotson gets his 4th points of the night.
This is where Mark Twain really needs to take advantage. They got a lot of Clopton players in foul trouble. A lot of the bench is in for Clopton, so Mark Twain really needs to take advantage of having their starters in.
Well, they just called a foul on, Larson Hall. No, it was on Kane Evans, actually, his first. Kind of a touch foul. They were just battling for position under the basket. Nonetheless, the foul was called. So possession back to Mark Twain. Tigers have it in the near court. Eckler beyond 3. Now swings it left side. Air ball on the way from Armour. Lays the layup back up and in. Was that, I believe, Northcutt? Northcutt caught the air ball and just laid it off the glass and cut the lead to 19. Clopton driving, right side of the lane. Score the basket for Tucker Salmons. Tucker gets into the books, quickly the other direction. Entry pass, off the glass, no good. Shot missed by Armour, but a foul called. And that one is going to go against Larson Hall. And Landon Armour will make his first trip to the charity stripe this afternoon. First one rims out short. Ryan, you mentioned the depth of the bench. We've got more substitutions for Clopton coming in. James Matheny and Nick Myers just off the bench. Second foul shot on the way and good. So you mentioned it. This is where Mark Twain needs to make a little run. Quickly into the near court. Clopton has a good look down low. Looks to go right side. Mark Twain gets the rebound. Quickly ahead. One-on-one. Shot in the lane. And it drops in the basket for Eckler. 33-15. Clopton in the near court. Evans has it between the circles. Dribbles with the left hand. Now cross over to the right side. Looks to drive the lane. He's tripped. Going to call Aiden Dye with the trip. Evans had his sights on the right block and was tripped up, so it'll stay with Clopton underneath their own basket. Substitution. Dye checks out. Josh Black checks in for Mark Twain. Clopton inbounds, running baseline, now kicks it back out. Evans eyes the three. It's off the mark to the right. Rebound controlled underneath by Lindsay. Lindsay back top of the key, now swings it left side, baseline left, puts it on the floor, dribble, looking underneath. Evans with it, score the basket for Kane Evans. He's having a pretty good day just in the first half. Mark Twain the other direction, north cut. Nice running one-hander off the glass. 35-17. 2 minutes left. Breaking the pressure. Back the other direction. Lindsay can't get it to go. Rebound underneath. Lindsay got the rebound. Unfortunately, he was standing on the inline. Mark Twain gets it back.
Mark Twain's doing what they can to really chip at this lead that Clopton's built for themselves. And Clopton's just really shooting themselves in the foot right now.
I would think with the depth off the bench, maybe Clopton would look to slow it down a little bit as Mark Twain gives the Hawks a gift and throws it away in their own end. But Clopton, if anything, has been pushing it more now with the subs in than they were when their starters were in. Evans will trigger. He gets it to Lindsay. Full court pressure by the Tigers. Evans, middle of the court, gets it to Harvey. And Harvey travels, though the pressure causes a turnover, and it goes back to the Tigers of Mark Twain.
I think Mark Twain's starting to see that this is their opportunity to really get back in this game, and this is their moment for this game.
Right side beyond three. Tigers now top of the key for Eckler. Swings it to the baseline, drives in the lane. Now beyond three, Black. Black fakes the three, turns it over. And Black's going to be called for the blocking foul with the body after the turnover. Evans inbounds to Harvey. Gets it left side for Salmons. Salmons into the baseline for Evans. Spins, kicks it back out beyond three. Harvey off the mark, won't go. Mark Twain with the rebound. Ahead of the pack, one man now down low. Left-handed layup off the glass and in. Score the basket for Landon Armour. Mark Twain wisely keeps the pressure up. 1:13 left here in the second quarter. Pressure broken, baseline, Evans, no, can't handle it. Clopton maintains possession. Harvey fakes the three, now takes the 15-footer. Not Harvey, Lindsay. Adam Lindsay with the nice fake of the three, dribbles in, gets himself an open 14, 15-footer and knocks it down. You don't see that play very often in basketball at any level anymore. Mark Twain under a minute in the near court, beyond three with the look. On the left wing, three-pointer off the mark. It won't go. Evans ahead of the pack. It's intercepted by Mark Twain. Mark Twain's Eckler back into the paint. Some kind of shot high off the glass. And a scrum breaks out under the basket, and they've called a foul. We'll see who it goes against. Looks like it's going to go against Mark Twain.
It looked like he was just trying to draw a foul there on the shot and go to the line, but refs didn't see it that way, wanted to see it play out, and the ball gets turned over to Clopton.
Harvey brings it into the near court, left wing baseline. Evans has it. Cutting to the basket, Salmons can't get it to him. Right side, beyond three for Lindsay. Lindsay gets it to Myers. Left wing with 7, Evans. Evans puts it on the floor. Looks underneath, nothing there. Ball's out of bounds. Last touched by Mark Twain with 2:2 left here in the first half. 37-19 is the score. I think the lead may have been as high as 23 at one point. Well, Clopton has 2.5 seconds to do something here. Oh, great give to Evans under the basket. At the buzzer, nothing that they can do to stop that once he got the ball. 39-19 is our halftime score as Kane Evans rounds out the scoring in the first half. Back with the halftime show after this on KJFM and WBBA Sports. We have reached the halfway point of the 1-8 matchup on the boys' side of the bracket. Thanks for joining us on this January afternoon. Was speaking with a couple of fans coming in. As many years as I've been coming to this tournament, we've got, it looks like, pretty good weather this week, and that's not always the case. I've been down here on some cold and snowy nights.
It's really felt almost more like fall than winter so far. I think we've had 1 or 2 days of snow, and then it's been almost the 40s and 50s ranges for most of this December.
I played a little golf last week and was not even close to being uncomfortably cold. But so far, so good. Looks like we've got a little taste of winter this week, but no precipitation, so that's good. As we mentioned, the 1-8 seed on the boys' bracket is at the half, 39-19, pretty much all Clopton, 8-3, and the number 1 seed in the tournament. And they've had their way so far with the Mark Twain Tigers. Tigers have had their opportunities, but just haven't been able to make or take the open looks.
Yeah, they got a lot of Clopton players into foul trouble to where they've had to sit out, to where Clopton had to really go into their bench and get the players that might not see the court all the time in. And they just really didn't take advantage of that. It didn't look like they were really driving to get them deeper into foul trouble. Then when they did get to the line, they weren't converting in their free throws. And it's really shown in the scoreboard right now is Clopton really slowed down offensively just from not having their starters in and not having the usual scorers that they've had. Kane Evans has been lights out so far. He's really been the only top option for Clopton so far. So
Clopton scoring breaks down as follows. As you mentioned, Ryan, Kane Evans with 17, Cash Evans with 4, Tucker Salmons with 2, Josh Harvey with 4, Genowine has 2, Chase Hall a single three-point bucket, he has 3, and Adam Lindsay with 5. 4 Mark Twain, Adam Dye with 3, Jack Dotson with 4, Landon Armour with 3, Quinn Eckler with 3, and Sam Northcutt with 6. 39-19 is our halftime score. You mentioned the free throws. I have Mark Twain at 4 of 8. and at least one of those was at the front end of a 1-and-1, so there was some opportunity there at the foul line that Mark Twain couldn't take advantage of.
It just looks like they're content with passing around and looking for a wide open shot that might not be there, and it looks like no one's really trying to create opportunities and drive to get somebody else open. As Clopton's played, they've really stepped up on defense on where they've had to have guys sit out.
Clopton from the line, I have them at 5 of 6 in the first half. The player that they didn't have an answer for, they being Mark Twain, did not have an answer for Kane Evans. Most of his shots fell from in the paint. A lot of them were absolutely wide open looks, just layups. So Mark Twain's going to have to find a way to minimize that. And like you mentioned, with the foul trouble that the Hawks are in, Mark Twain has to come out and take it to the basket and try and get some of these guys back on the bench and maybe make a little bit more use out of if they can do that, make a little bit better use out of the run that would afford them.
Yeah, I think Clopton has 3 or 4 guys with 2 fouls already, and you get them in a quick third one. That really has to change the game plan for Clopton, as they really like Cash Evans up at the free throw line, just creating opportunities for other guys. As Mark Twain doesn't really have an answer for Cash Evans just because of his size, and not a lot of teams in the area do have an answer for him with his size, but it really creates you have to always have an eye on him. And Mark Twain's, with him sitting on the bench, Mark Twain's been able to keep things a little more open and finding different opportunities and guarding people in different ways.
Well, we've got about 3.5 minutes left in the halftime of this ball game. We're going to step aside for a break. We'll be back with more on Eagle 102 and WBBA Sports after this. Well, the teams are back on the court. Mark Twain and Clopton, the 1-8 seed here at the Clopton Tournament, 2024 version. We'll get this underway in just under a minute as the warm-ups are complete. We talked a little bit about it. I think if you're Mark Twain, the the focus has to be to get some additional fouls on some of the Clopton starters and then take your chances after that. And it would be nice to slow Kane Evans down. He had 17 in the first half. So,
I mean, it's a 20-point game, but it hasn't felt like a 20-point game in that sense of usually when a team goes out to a 20-point lead, then you can tell it's a team has really just controlled everything. Clopton, they haven't seemed like they've really just been in control of this game with how many fouls they've had. So Mark Twain just needs to not focus on the scoreboard as much and just focus on driving to the basket and creating opportunities.
Well, a couple of things that made it, I think, seem, I don't know, not so noticeable is Evans' points were so easy, and then Mark Twain on the other end missed some foul shots and didn't take advantage of some of their chances that could have kept it a little bit closer, because it felt to me like the game was a little bit more evenly matched, but you look up and Clopton has them doubled up. So, well, they switch ends of the court, and it looks like the officials were late to the party. Evans, Genowine, Harvey, and Hall on the floor for Clopton. And they started off going right to left, beyond three on the right side. Harvey, Evans, top of the key, left wing now, looks inside for Cash Evans. Kane gets it back top of the key, beyond three, dribbles into the paint. Hanging shot off the glass and in. Jordan Genowine with the bucket. Nice shot. It was contested, but made the 10-footer. A three-pointer on the way. It's short, Mark Twain. Rebound underneath. Clopton has it, pushing into the near court to the baseline, off of the hands of Harvey.
It's a lucky break from Mark Twain there as they just chucked up a quick one in their offensive possession, not really setting anything up or looking for a better shot. They just chucked up a quick three there.
So the turnover on the other end in the fast break gives it back to Mark Twain. They dribble it off their foot. Ball's on the ground. Mark Twain controls. Right side beyond three. Fakes into the lane. Dumps it baseline. Northcutt takes the three. It's on the way off the mark. Mark Twain has yet to make a three-pointer this evening. Quickly the other way into the near court. Clopton has it tipped, and again some sloppy ball handling. Gives it back to the Tigers. And this time the steal running the other direction. Off the glass, missed the layup. Genowine couldn't control it. Had the bunny there and just couldn't get it to go. Mark Twain with the rebound. A little bit sloppy here in the early goings.
Yeah, Clopton has definitely come out of halftime sloppier than expected with being a one seed.
Dye takes it to the basket, can't get the layup to go. Clopton gets the rebound but turns it over. Northcutt has a man under the basket. And another turnover. Coden Miller had it all alone under the basket. Miller looks like he got busted in the chops. He was kind of feeling his lips there on that, but you feel that and you've got a pretty easy layup. Ball's out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a short break as well. This is Clopton Tournament Basketball on KJFM and WBBA Sports. After the timeout, Clopton will inbounds underneath the Mark Twain basket. Tigers with some full court pressure, easily across the timeline. Into the paint, dumps it down low. Off the glass, score the basket for Tucker Salmons. I don't know if Mark Twain's going to be able to effectively pressure the group that is more in line with the starters for Clopton. That time they just gave up an easy basket. Stolen again Genuine with the steal. He was fouled, or he would have had an easy layup. So it'll give it to Clopton on the near side.
It probably was the smart play there. I mean, that is his 4th foul of the night, so he's going to have to be a lot more careful heading into the rest of this game. But probably was a smart foul there, just not giving up the 2 easy points that Genuine would have had.
Genuine gets it at the right elbow, beyond 3 now. 3-pointer on the way, top of the key. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Josh Harvey. Harvey gets it to go. Mark Twain inbounds, brings it into the near court. Top of the key, Jack Dotson. Dotson hands left wing to Brothers. Cross-court pass for Dotson. He puts it on the floor and dribbles. He's guarded by Hall. Dotson with the left-hand dribble, kicks it beyond 3. Ball's off the hands of Hall. And Brothers gets it back. Into the paint. Uncontested layup. I don't think Northcutt thought he was going to be that uncontested, but he missed the layup. Clopton gets the rebound into the near court. Jump step, reverse layup. Nice basket by Hall. Very nice basket there. 48-19.
I think Clopton's really settled in here, and they're really finding a rhythm.
Yeah, just like that, the lead has been stretched from 20 at the half to 29. Mark Twain has it. Dye holds it. He gives it right wing for Eckler. Eckler out of bounds across the far side of the court. Communication breakdown there for the Tigers.
There's just been a lot of offensive blunders from Mark Twain, of opportunities that they've had to score that they haven't taken advantage of, and obviously mental cues like that of just throwing it out of bounds. But they just haven't taken advantage of the opportunities that they have had.
Evans down low. Cash Evans misses the layup. Good look. Rebound comes to Mark Twain. Northcutt has it. Right baseline working against Kane Evans. Spins left-handed. Shot off the glass. It won't go. Rebound underneath. Mark Twain keeps possession. Top of the key. They reset with Dye. He looks to the right side. Has Armour. Mark Twain has Dye, Dotson, Armour, Black, and Northcutt. Dotson holds it in some trouble. He gets it away. Mark Twain has it in the corner for Armour. Armour gets it back out, top of the key for Dye. Ball's rolling around, picked up. Northcutt launches the long 3. This one's just short, rolls off the back iron after hitting the front iron. Clopton quickly the other direction. Layup won't go. Rebound underneath, controlled to Northcutt. Up ahead of the pack for Black. And this time they're going to get a foul. It's going to go against Cash Evans. Good ball work by Mark Twain to get the layup. Evans' choice there was to block it and potentially foul or allow the easy layup, as Armour had position. He'll have 2 foul shots. Landon Armour. Rims out. 4 of 9 from the stripe. 4 minutes and 30 seconds underway into the third quarter. Mark Twain has yet to score a basket. Armour misses them both. 4 of 10. Rebound Clopton into the near court. Genuine sets things, looks left wing for Chase Hall. Bounce pass for Kane. Pass intended for the other Kane. Gets the basket and the foul. Cash to Kane, the basket and the foul.
I mean, I guess when you're on, and everything just falls in place for him.
I've got 19 points for Kane Evans. Tries to make it an even 20 with the left hand. Nothing but the bottom of the net on that free throw. Northcutt brings it up into the near court. Hands left side for Dotson. Dotson has it. Circles between the circles. Right hand pass thrown away to Northcutt. Unforced errors early and often. The lead is now 32.
Mark Twain is just really struggling offensively to get anything going for him.
Clopton brings it into the near court. Kane Evans beyond three. He'll hand to Genowine. Genowine takes it to right side, off the glass and in. Jordan Genowine, the junior, makes his second bucket in this third quarter, 53-19. Mark Twain in traffic, shots blocked by Cash Evans ahead of the pack. Genowine lays it off the glass and in. Jordan Genowine. Timeout on the floor as the score is 55-19. We will step aside for a break as well. This is Clopton Tournament Basketball on KJFM and WBBA Sports. Well, it's been all Clopton here in the third quarter, 55-19. As I mentioned, with 4.5 minutes in, Mark Twain had not scored. They still haven't scored. We're 5.5 minutes into the third quarter. Clopton has stretched out, and the lead is 55-19. Mark Twain will bring it into the near court. No pressure. Eckler dribbles with the left hand, looks to the right side, has Black, now dumps it inside. Intended for Northcutt. Cash Evans puts a big body on him, knocks it away. Clopton controls. Back to the near court. Chase Hall looks left wing for Genowine. Genowine holds it high, directs traffic. Tough pass inside intended for Kane Evans. I think if he had waited just another split second, Evans was about to break free on the left block. Mark Twain got some hands up, knocked that one out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think there was any communication from Mark Twain on to say that he was cutting. And he would have had an easy bucket there if he one more step taken from Kane there.
Genowine has a pass go off of his hands, out of bounds. It'll turn it over to the Mark Twain Tigers. And once again, Eckler's going to walk this one up. He'll have Black and Dotson. Dotson looks left wing for Eckler. Eckler bounce pass for Northcutt. Northcutt back out top of the key. Dotson, long three over Evans. Nothing, catches no iron. Saved by Mark Twain, but thrown out of bounds on the far side of the court. It'll go over to Clopton. Well, Mark Twain's, as I mentioned, this is my first basketball action of the year, and I have seen Mark Twain play, but their three-point shooting tonight has not been very good. I do not believe they have made one.
It looked like that was just more of a we'll settle with this shot and not really see if we can attack and find a better shot.
Clopton breaks the full court pressure, baseline, driving to the glass, shot off the mark. Northcutt with the block. I believe that was Salmons that had a good path to the basket. Nice job that time by Northcutt to knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. Evans gets it. Three-pointer, high-arcing shot on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Chase Hall, his second three-pointer of the night. Mark Twain turns it over in the front court. Coming away with it is Harvey. We got a whistle on the court. Going to have a foul against Mark Twain's Quinn Eckler.
Yeah, that's kind of one you just have to call because he was out of control running into him.
Cash Evans takes a seat. Larson Hall checks in. Salmons, Rainbow's right side for Lindsay. Lindsay in the paint, dumps it down low. Kicks it back outside. Ball's on the ground. Kicked around. Picked up by Mark Twain. They push into the near court. Cross-court pass. Fadeaway jump shot. Tough shot converted by Landon Armour. And Mark Twain scores their first bucket here in the third quarter of play with under a minute left. Clopton back the other direction. Layup, no good, off the mark. Put back up and in. Score the basket for Larson Hall. Under 20 seconds left, third quarter, 60-21. All Clopton in this 1-8 matchup, the Clopton Tournament 2024. Northcutt, three-pointer on the way. Grazes the rim. 2 seconds across court. Half-court shot on the way and off the mark. 60-21 is our score after three. Back with more on Eagle 102 and WBBA Sports. Well, that was all Clopton Hawks. The hosts stretched out and ran away and hid in the third quarter. The lead has been stretched from 20 to 39, 60-21. And I don't think Mark Twain listened to our suggested strategy in the second half. But honestly, all joking aside, Clopton's a good ball club, and they stretched out that half, converted their looks, forced some turnovers, and Mark Twain couldn't get a bucket, couldn't buy a bucket. Only scored 2 points in the third quarter of play. A nice look inside that time. Josh Black for Mark Twain couldn't convert it. Rebound to Clopton. Genowine in the paint. He couldn't get it to go. Northcutt gets the rebound ahead of the pack into the near court. Landon Armour, he gets it to go. Landon Armour has all 4 points in the second half for Mark Twain. Clopton breaks the pressure. Right side, Genowine at the right elbow. Genowine back beyond three, swings it left wing for Salmons. Salmons in the paint with the right hand, it won't go. Northcutt with the rebound. Mark Twain pushes. Do not have numbers. Draws the foul. 2 shots will be coming for Landon Armour.
It is nice to see Mark Twain showing some fight in this fourth quarter here. It would have been just as easy for them to lay down and just kind of give the game up, but they're showing some fight. They show that they want to finish this game out strong.
Armour has missed 2 foul shots in the second half, 3 on the day. 1 of 4, now 2 of 5. He'll have 1 more. Second one on the way, hits the front iron, rebound underneath, controlled by Clopton. Salmons gets it. He hands off to Kane Evans. Hawks set up in the near court. Pass in for Evans, tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Evans. Kane lost it on the end line. Northcutt puts it back in play, and he'll bring it across the timeline at center court. Bounces right side for Dotson. Dotson between the circles, right baseline. Three-pointer on the way. It's an air ball from Black. And Clopton comes back up court with it. Evans drives, shot, off the glass, it won't go. Going to whistle, I believe, Northcutt with the foul. Kane Evans had 17 in the first half, has 3 in the second, and he'll have 2 foul shots coming his way. 5:19 left, fourth quarter.
If there's one guy you definitely don't want at the line today.
Well, Ryan, you jinxed him.
Ah.
Kane Evans misses the first of two. Second foul shot on the way. Evans spins it, shoots it, misses. Northcutt with the rebound. Mark Twain back into the front court. 4:45 left in the fourth quarter of play. Top of the key, Miller. Northcutt beyond three, right wing. Dotson brings it back, now swings it left side. Three-pointer, very flat, hits the front iron, no good. Missed by Miller. Out of bounds, last touched by Clopton. I believe Larson Hall got his hand in there on the rebound and knocked it out of bounds. Tigers will maintain possession underneath their own basket.
Mark Twain really wants to see a three fall in this game.
Well, they haven't seen one yet. Inbound pass stolen. Clopton, Evans has it ahead of the pack, drives against Northcutt. He lays it up off the glass and in. Mark Twain back into the near court. Right baseline, now top of the key for Black. Right wing, Dotson has it. Right baseline. Mark Twain working the ball around, just can't get anything inside. Northcutt dumps it down low for Miller. Shot on the way, Miller knocks it down. Traveling, Adam Lindsay got a little bit ahead of himself there. Turnover gives it back to Mark Twain. I said Landon or Coden Miller. I couldn't see if that was 13 or 15 with that layup for Mark Twain. I believe it was Miller at 15. Josh Black has the ball between the circles. He hands left side for Miller. Miller beyond three, fakes, drives, shot off the glass. It won't go. Rebound, Clopton. Into the front court, Harvey. Harvey gets it back beyond three, swings it left side for Lindsay. Harvey holds it high. Guarded by Dotson, dumps it down low. Evans, score the basket. And the foul, not Evans, Larson Hall with the bucket. 34, not 44. So Larson Hall will have a chance at the foul line to convert the three-point play. 2 minutes, 20 seconds and a running clock. Substitutions for Mark Twain. Ian Colbert.
Clopton really looks like just a different team in the second half than they did in the first half.
Foul shot won't go. Clopton gets the rebound, shot off the glass and in. James Matheny, the sophomore, gets a bucket. Hall couldn't convert the free throw. 66-26, under 2 minutes left in this one. Baseline for Colbert. Colbert dribbles back, picks up his dribble. Pass is tipped, controlled by Clopton. Well, I don't know that I've ever seen that. Typically don't allow substitutions during the middle of play, but
yeah, I thought he said we'll just take a timeout that we're not going to take to get him in, but
after that, Clopton brings it into the near court. Salmons has it, about loses it, kicks it back outside, gets it back left baseline, drives, bounce pass for Evans across the court, outside beyond three, on the way, no good, off the mark for Nick Myers. Ball is out of bounds, off of Clopton. Adam Matheny tried to save it in bounds, and it went off his knee. And that will give it to the Tigers. Under a minute to play, 66-26. Mark Twain drives baseline, shot on the way. It won't fall for Trenton Clemens. Clopton with the rebound, ahead of the pack, Larson Hall. He gets it into the near court for Matheny. Down low, shot on the way. It won't go for Myers. Rebound, Mark Twain with 40. Into the near court, Dotson. Dotson hangs in the air, shot off the glass. It won't go. Rebound out of bounds, last touched by Larson Hall. And Mark Twain will have it under their own basket, under 30 seconds. Inbounds pass under the basket. Shot on the way from the corner. It won't fall. Missed by Landon Miller. Rebound by Hall. Larson Hall with the rebound. Ahead of the pack, into the near court. Matheny takes it to the basket. He can't get it to go. Rebound Colbert of Mark Twain. 4 seconds. 3, 1. And that will do it. Our final is 66-26. We'll be back with a wrap after this on Eagle 102 and WBBA Sports. Well, this one is in the books. The 8-3 Clopton Hawks, they moved to 9-3. Mark Twain Tigers moved to 1-9. Scoring breaks down as follows. For Clopton, Adam Lindsay with 5, Chase Hall with 8, Jordan Genuine with 8, Josh Harvey with 7, Tucker Salmons with 4, James Matheny with 5, Larson Hall with 5, Cash Evans with 4, and leading all scorers, Kane Evans with 23. For Mark Twain, Aiden Dye had 3, 4 for Jack Dotson, 2 for Coden Miller, 8 for Landon Armour. He led the Tigers, 3 for Quinn Eckler, and 6 for Sam Northcutt. Well,
Clopton just looked like a completely different team in that second half. They came out and just really handled business and showed why they're the number 1 seed in this tournament today.
It was odd because we both mentioned at halftime that it didn't seem like a 20-point game. Well, they only beat them by about the same amount, actually 19 in the second half, but it looked, like you said, completely different. And Clopton moves on. They will take on the winner of our next game, Louisiana and Wright City. That's the 4-5 game. We'll have that one coming up here shortly from the high school gym at Clopton. We're going to step aside for a break. Before we do that, once again, we'll be back with more after this on Eagle 102 and WBBA Sports. The shootout? Last week? No, this is my first basketball of the year. Okay. Yeah, I was down last week. How we
doing? Area high school basketball as the Clopton Hawks just defeated Mark Twain. We are in the high school gym, Louisiana, getting ready to take on Wright City this afternoon, and so this will be our final game of the night. We're about 7 minutes until the start of this game. We'll be back with more next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
That way for a simple reason. They appreciate your
area high school basketball as the Louisiana Bulldogs get ready to take on Wright City. Maddie Ingram, Rodney Dolbear. We're about 5 minutes until game time, and this is a big night here from Clopton as we have already we've already done 6 games tonight, so this is game 7 and game 8, as this is the final one in the high school gym. We have another one in the middle school gym as Mark Froelich gets that underway. And so we're getting ready to put the wraps on everything tonight. The winner of this game will advance to play Clopton on Thursday, and then the loser of this game will go on to play Mark Twain. We're about 4 minutes and 20 seconds out. We'll be back with some keys to the game next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Have you seen either one of the teams this year? Have you seen either one of the teams play this year?
I've seen Louisiana, and they should win, but we'll see. Doesn't matter, could be winter or the summer on the road. I do one direction, numbers out. Miss, yeah, stunning and magno. The way was gone for 8 months. I put this thing up on our back, and I was snagging off on every single track, though. Collect car from the boss, like where we at, no. I was like, Maddie Ingram, Rodney Dolbear. We're at the Dale Miller Gymnasium, Ed Lindsay Court, as the Louisiana Bulldogs get ready to square off with Wright City. Should be a good game here, Rodney, and we just had a pretty big win for the Clopton Hawks right before this, and so we know that whoever gets to face them on Thursday, it's going to be a tough matchup.
Absolutely. Clopton played really well in the second half especially. Ended up winning the game by 40 points with a running clock. In this game, it's the 4-5 matchup, so according to seeding, this is the game that you would expect to be most competitive. We'll see how that shakes down. We've got some starters for you. For Wright City, it's Carleon Jones. He'll wear number 13. Number 20, Chris Kornfeld. Number 30, Grant Lehman. Number 21, Dwan McRoberts. And number 5, Jerry Stanford. For Louisiana, they'll have 3 seniors and 2 sophomores starting. Number 5, Cooper Lumley gets the start. Alex Zirwa, he'll wear number 14. Wyatt Martin wears number 15 and gets the start as well. Quincy Mooney, he's a sophomore. He'll wear number 24. And Landon Brown wears number 30. We'll get the start to round out the starting 5. Louisiana will be in the whites. The Wright City Wildcats will be in the dark blue, gold letters, and white trim. So we should be able to get this thing going in about a minute and 45 seconds.
Yeah, we have a good basketball game here. We've had lots of good basketball as we've moved through the day. In the high school gym, it was a win for the Clopton Lady Hawks over Mark Twain, followed by a win for the Silex Lady Owls over Winfield. So in that girls bracket, that top half, it's been set up as Clopton taking on Silex in that championship side of the bracket. On the consolation side of the bracket, it's Winfield and Mark Twain. In the middle school gym, it was the Ellsbury Lady Indians picking up the victory over Wright City, and they will take on Monroe City, as it was the Monroe City Lady Panthers defeating the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. So consolation side of the bracket, Louisiana and Wright City, and then the championship side of the bracket, Ellsbury and Monroe City.
Keep in mind here at the Clopton tournament, all of the girls' action will come to you tomorrow on Wednesday. Games at 6 and 7:30 in both gyms. Both the consolation and the championship bracket will be running simultaneously. The boys' action, which we're covering right now, that will take place on Thursday. Same setup, 2 game times, 2 gyms. Both sides of the bracket will be running simultaneous. Then the championship for the boys, championship night is Saturday, and for the girls, championship will be on Friday.
Looks like we're going to do some starting lineups here. We'll come back with tip-off next on KJFM WBBA Sports. Getting ready for tip-off, it'll be Rodney Dolbear on the call for KJFM WBBA Sports. We've got a good one here in the high school gym. Maddie Ingram in with you, and we're going to hopefully have a nightcap here with one of our area teams picking up the win.
Now, jumping center, it'll be Lehman for Wright City. He'll jump center against Wyatt Martin for Louisiana. Louisiana will move left to right on your radio dial. Martin tips it into the backcourt easily for Zerwa, and he hands off to Cooper Lumley. Lumley swings it right side for Zerwa. Beyond 3 on the right side to the wing. Zerwa drives. Going to be a foul on the play. They're going to call it against Louisiana. Zerwa.
He's going to get the offensive.
Actually, Martin. They're going to call Martin with the blocking foul. Wyatt picks up the foul. So Wright City comes into the near court, moving right to left. Three-pointer on the way. Off the mark, no good for Stanford. And the rebound comes down into the waiting arms of Cooper Lumley. Lumley brings it back near court, looks to push, takes it right to the hoop. Nothing there. Carleon Jones with the rebound. Quickly into the near court. Score the basket for Chris Kornfeld. Both teams looking to push the pace. I did broadcast the Wright City, Louisiana football game, and I remember Carleon Jones from that game. Into the near court with it. Louisiana. Landon Brown with a turnover.
This is a different mix for the Louisiana Bulldogs, as some of their typical starters are on the bench. You have Ethan Harrison on the bench. You have and Jalen and Javen Reese, who typically get starts as well. So a different look. Be interesting to know what they're trying to do today.
Jones looks to the right baseline. He gets it down low for Lehman. Swings it back out top of the key for Kornfeld. McRoberts has it. Down low, McRoberts misses the layup. And the rebound controlled by Louisiana. Into the near court, Martin. Martin stops, gets it right side. Three-pointer fake, now one taken on the left wing. No good for Landon Brown. Rebound Wright City. Jones has it right wing. Jones to the baseline, dribbles it off the floor off of his foot, but he gets it back. Now baseline, 15-footer on the way. It's an air ball. Rebound fought for and controlled by Louisiana. Landon Brown pulls it down. He'll hand off to Wyatt Martin. Martin swings it into the near court for Lumley on the right wing. Sets the troops as he cycles between the circles. With the left-hand dribble. Looks baseline for Landon Brown beyond 3 on the wing. Entry pass. Nice. Score the basket for Wyatt Martin, and Louisiana's on the board from the left block.
That's his first points of the ball game, and we have a tied game at 2-2 with 5:55 to play in the first quarter.
Wright City comes near court with the dribble between the circles. Kornfeld sets it up, looks to his right. He finds Stanford. He puts it on his hip, directs traffic. Takes it to the basket. Easy layup. Stanford gets the bucket there, went around a screen, and nobody closed the backside for Louisiana. Bulldogs have it into the near court. Zerwa holds it high, looks baseline for Martin. Now kicks it back out beyond 3 for Mooney. Mooney holds it high. He'll hand off to Lumley. Resets, looks to drive left side in traffic. Takes the shot, can't get it to go. Had an open man on the left baseline. Mooney was standing over there in the corner. And this one does go against Zerwa. So 2 fouls in the early going for Louisiana. 1 on Zerwa and 1 on Martin. So Wright City gets it back. They come into the near court. Jones holds it high, looks left wing for Stanford. Jones on the baseline, puts it on the floor. Ball kicks all the way across the court. Stanford outside the arc, underneath, no good. Rebound comes back to Wright City. Sanford this time going to have an offensive foul. Nice job that time by Landon Brown to take the charge.
That's a really hard call to get, but he sold it really well, and he was able to stand his ground long enough to get the call and the charge.
Louisiana quickly pushes up court. Martin looks to the baseline left. Now top of the key, swings it right side for Lumley. Lumley with the left-hand dribble, backs it out between the circles. 4:36 left in the first quarter of play. 4-2 is the score. Wright City up by a bucket. Left wing, shot on the way. Score the basket for Wyatt Martin. He's got all 4 of Louisiana's points in the early going. We're tied at 4. Wright City going to get a reach-in foul.
Got away with the travel, too. He took a couple of steps.
Yeah, Lumley picks up the foul. Kind of a ticky-tack foul. So 3 in the early going here against Louisiana. Wright City retains possession. They have it in the near court. Holding it high is Stanford. He swings it right side for Jones. Swings it back left side for Kornfeld. Kornfeld dribbles back top of the key for Jones. Left baseline, backs in, spins, puts his shoulder down. Offensive foul. They don't call that very often.
No.
Jones just put his shoulder down and did charge to the basket, but certainly the Louisiana defender was still moving, but the Bulldogs get the call and the possession. Just under 4 minutes left here, first quarter of play.
Pretty interesting. Within 30 seconds, you had 2 offensive fouls, and you really just don't see it all that often, and to have them pretty much back-to-back, it's just kind of unheard of.
Baseline entry pass intended for Wyatt Martin. Got a whistle underneath. I think this one's going to go against Wright City.
It does.
It's going to go against Lehman, his first. Team's first as well. I've got team's third, so I've missed a couple. Louisiana, after the inbounds play, shot on the way. Martin, it won't go. Rebound Wright City. Well, if they call it this tight, we've got another whistle and a foul. If they call it this tight, we won't have enough players to finish the game.
No, we won't. Both sides racking the fouls up. Currently, Louisiana with 4, 3 for the Wright City Wildcats.
Well, they called that one on Zerwa, so barely halfway through the first quarter, Alex has picked up 2 personal fouls.
1 foul for Wyatt Martin and 1 for Cooper Lumley to give the Bulldogs 4.
Jones has it beyond 3 on the left wing. Now swings it back top of the key for Stanford. Stanford gets it into the paint for McRoberts. He sets it, looking down low, pass, inlet pass. Now kick back out, driving with the left-hand shot off the glass, and there's going to be 2 foul shots coming. To the line will be Jerry Stanford. First foul on Landon Brown. First shot rolls out, no good for Stanford. Entry pass that led to this came down low to Grant Lehman. If he didn't realize he had no one on his back shoulder. Had he turned around, he had an easy layup. Kicked it back outside. Second foul shot, no good. Rebound.
Ethan Harrison for the Bulldogs. He gets it up the court to Cooper Lumley, but Cooper Lumley travels.
So Lumley, Harrison, Martin, Brown, and Moore into the game. Zeraw takes a seat on the bench with 2 fouls in the first quarter. Wright City scores 4-4. Beyond 3 is Lehman. Lehman gets it to McRoberts. He cycles back. He hands middle of the court for Stanford. Stanford swings it left side for Denzel Dowdy into the ball game. Head and shoulder fake by Kornfeld. Gets it back to McRoberts. Has it tipped. He runs it down before it crosses the timeline. 2:30 left first quarter. Wright City running some clock. Kornfeld hands to McRoberts. McRoberts to the right side. They just run a 3-man weave. Can't get anything inside. McRoberts dumps it cross court. Kornfeld. He drives. Takes it to the basket. Rebound Louisiana. Got all kinds of people down. And the ball is fought for. And Wright City, well, they're going to whistle Louisiana with a foul. There was a scrum for the ball on the near side. They're going to whistle Quincy Moore with the foul. I don't really know what you do there.
All he was trying to do was stand up.
He was trying to stand up, and the guy from Wright City dove for the ball and ran into him, and they called
the foul on Quincy Mooney.
So
I guess they wanted him to lay down.
In the bonus already, Wright City, foul shots coming. On the way and missed for Stanford. That's his 3rd miss. Well, that should have been a 1-and-1.
No, with the 5, you get 2.
Okay. Rules have changed a bit since the last time I did this.
See, every quarter, that's the new rule this year. It's 5 fouls, and then you're shooting free throws. So.
Well, after that, it's 5-4 Wright City. Louisiana into the near court, has it tipped away. Wright City gets it back. McRoberts will bring it across the timeline. He gets it down low. Now back out top of the key for Dowdy. Dowdy, he cycles it over to Stanford. Stanford left wing for Drayden Edwards just into the game. He'll hand off to Dowdy. Into the paint, Dowdy. Going to whistle Quincy Mooney for another foul.
That's his second. Louisiana has a couple of kids who already have 2 fouls, Mooney being one of them, and then the other is Alex Zirwa. That will be the 6th team foul.
First foul shot on the way and no good. Dowdy at the line. So Wright City not shooting very well from the line at this point, 1 of 5 so far. One more coming from Dowdy. He shoots it. It's no good. Rebound comes into the arms of Jalen Reese.
And another foul. It's going to be on Dowdy. It'll be his first.
Dowdy picks up the foul. There's just a lot of fouls being called. So Jalen Reese checks in for Louisiana, the freshman. Lumley carries the ball. Doesn't carry the ball. Brings the ball across the midcourt line. He hands off to Harrison. To Reese in the corner, puts it on the floor, kicks it top of the key beyond 3 for Zero, playing with 2 fouls. Harrison takes the shot, knocks it down. Ethan Harrison scores the basket, and it's 6-5 Louisiana. Wright City back into the near court. Edwards with the left-hand dribble. Has McRoberts, looks right side for Stanford. Stanford dumps it in. Shot on the way. Off the mark, it won't go. Harrison with the rebound. Now has it stolen. Shot up, won't go. Rebound controlled by Wright City. Another shot won't go.
Wyatt Martin finally comes away with it for the Bulldogs.
Will Bohannon missed a couple of shots, got a couple of rebounds for Wright City. Couldn't convert it. We're under 30 seconds. 6-5 Louisiana. First quarter of play. Pass to the baseline for Martin. He corrals it. It was a little bit loose. Harrison gets it back. 3-point fake. Free throw line jump shot on the way. It won't go. Rebound underneath. Fought for and controlled by the baseline, it looks like. And it's Wright City ball with 11.8 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. McRoberts will walk it across with 9. Under 6 right wing for Stanford with 4. Three-pointer on the way. It was blocked. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. Louisiana on top 6-5. Back with more after this on KJFM and WBBA Sports.
Eight minutes left in this first half, and we have a very low-scoring game, Rodney.
Yes, we do. 6-5 is our score. Louisiana on top by a single point. I think there's more fouls have been called than points have been scored by far. I mean, I know that to be the case. So
they start over each quarter. They don't get taken away from the players, but we may not be heading to the free throw line as much to start.
Wright City has it to begin things here. McRoberts on the left wing, drives into the paint, cut off, dumps it down low for Bohannon. Bohannon turns, left-handed shot off the glass. It won't go. Tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Wright City. I think Louisiana got a break there. Nonetheless, Bulldogs will have it. Got Martin. He'll inbound to Harrison. Martin gets it back. Zerwa in the game playing with 2 fouls. He drives. Left-handed layup won't go. Rebound backside. Score the basket for Martin. Nice work there to get the rebound, not commit the over-the-back foul, and convert the bucket. 8-5. Louisiana with their biggest lead of the night.
Wyatt Martin with 6 points for the Bulldogs. He's leading the way.
Edwards gives it back to Stanford. Top of the key for Dowdy. Dowdy, Rainbow's left wing, beyond 3 into the corner. Now picking up his dribble. In traffic, Dowdy. Dowdy with the step. Shot short. Rebound, Louisiana. Wyatt Martin picks it up. In a little bit of trouble in the backcourt. He'll get it to Harrison, who comes into the near court. He pushes, kicks it right wing for Reese. Reese kicks it back out for Martin. They're going to call Martin with the travel.
Looks like coming into the game for Wright City, it'll be number 1, Logan Martinez Rodriguez. Also in the game is Drayden Edwards for the Wildcats.
Three-pointer on the way. It won't go for Martinez Rodriguez. Ball's tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it'll stay with Wright City.
Was Zerwa and Lumley fighting each other for fighting their own teammate for the rebound. That's how it went out of bounds.
Wright City gets it into the near side. Edwards dumps it in for Bohannon. Going to have a foul on the floor.
And it's going to be on Wyatt Martin.
It's going to be his second. So now you've got Zerwa, Martin, and Quincy Mooney. Quincy Mooney on the bench with 2 fouls. Zerwa and Martin both on the court here in the first half. Could have been a foul there. Ethan Harrison with the steal, comes down, looks to get it to Martin. Maybe overthought it a little bit. Had a 2-on-1, don't get anything. Bohannon ahead of the pack, makes the layup.
Will Bohannon, and he's able to put it up off the board for 2, bringing it to a 1-point game, 8-7 lead for the Bulldogs.
Harrison gets it back. He sets the offense between the circles. Right side for Zerwa. Looks for help. Tries to get it inside to Martin. Martin on the baseline. Dumps it cross court for Harrison. Harrison top of the key. Head and shoulder fake. Lumley passes up on the 3. Bounce pass from Reese. Now top of the key. Harrison lays it off the glass and in. Ethan Harrison gets his second bucket of the night. The lead is back to 3.
It's been all Martin and Harrison for the Bulldogs, trying to find some other people on offense to get some scoring going for the Bulldogs.
McRoberts, Rainbow's right side for Edwards. Edwards takes a 14-foot fadeaway. He misses it. Louisiana with the rebound. Martin pushes right side for Reese. Top of the key to the free throw line. Right side for Lumley. Jump step, shot, won't go. Rebound underneath McRoberts. He hands off to Edwards. Edwards comes into the near court. McRoberts right wing beyond 3. Steps back. Thinks about the shot, guarded by Reese. Swings it left side. On the floor, Logan Martinez Rodriguez gets it to McRoberts' free throw line. He steps back. A high arcing 15-footer won't go. Rebound comes to Wright City. Offensive foul. The freshman Jalen Reese draws the foul. Turnover will give it back to Louisiana.
Ten to 7, our score, as we're nearing halftime. More than halfway through the second quarter. A couple of changes on the floor. We'll get to those for the Louisiana Bulldogs. We have Jalen Reese, Cooper Lumley, Alex Zerwa, Quincy Mooney, and then we have Javen Reese.
Lumley handles the ball between the circles. has 0 on his left and Reese on his right. Lumley gets it. Head and shoulder fake, drives to the basket. 2-point shot from 15 feet. Little teardrop. Score that basket for Zerwa. 12-7, the lead is 5. Wright City into the near court. Josiah Higgins into the game. Left baseline beyond 3. Dribble drive by Martinez Rodriguez. We've got a whistle.
And the foul is going to be charged to Jalen Reese, his first.
Wright City inbounds under their own basket. Left baseline, now top of the key. Ball is picked up by Zerwa. To the basket with the left hand. Score the basket for Alex Zerwa. Timeout taken on the floor. Wright City wants to talk about it. 14-7 is our score. Back with more after this on KJFM and WBBA Sports.
On our way to halftime, it's a low-scoring game here in the high school gym. It's the Louisiana Bulldogs leading Wright City. Maddie Ingram and Rodney Dolbear in with KJFM WBBA Sports. It's been a full day from the Clopton Invitational. This is our nightcap here in the high school gym. Louisiana looking to advance on that championship side of the bracket.
After the break, after the timeout, Wright City has it. Jones at the free throw line, guarded by Lumley. Shot up, no good. Rebound tipped, controlled by Reese. Javen Reese brings it up the left side into the near court. Looks to drive. Shot off the glass and in. Javen Reese gets on the board.
It's nice to see Javen and Jalen come into this game and put up some points and do some work for the Bulldogs, who seem to be moving a little bit slow at the start of this first half.
16-7 is our score. Baseline left three-pointer on the way. That one goes down for Chris Kornfeld. That's the first made three-pointer by either team. Louisiana leads by 6. They have the ball. Javen Reese into the near court. He has it. Baseline right. Dribbles back into the paint. He hangs. Shots on the way. No good, but 2 fouls. Javen draws the foul. He'll have 2 shots coming from the charity stripe.
Foul will be the first for Will Bohannon. But it's a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Javen Reese hoping to make that lead just a little bit bigger. It'd be nice to have some insurance headed into halftime. Misses his first free throw.
First one came in a little bit hot.
Checking into the game for Wright City, it is Dwamick Roberts and then Grant Lehman.
Reese, second shot on the way. It gets halfway down before spinning out. Rebounds kicked out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Carleon Jones. So a break for Louisiana as Jalen Reese will inbounds from underneath his own basket. He has Mooney on his right, looks to get it inside to Lumley, guarded closely by Chris Cornfield. Tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs underneath their own basket. Reese slaps the ball, looks to get it in play. He finds Mooney beyond 3 to the right side. Now top of the key for Harrison. Harrison drives 1-on-4. Harrison's going to go to the foul line. Just took it to the basket. Strong move, picked up the foul. They're going to call it on Josiah Higgins. His first. Ethan Harrison with a pair of foul shots. Louisiana 0 for 2 from the line so far this evening. Make it 0 for 3. Ethan's shot rims out short.
With as low a scoring affair as it's been, it'd be nice to see Louisiana try to take advantage of these free throws, and it just seems like they've been given opportunities and they're just not taking them.
Harrison misses them both. Opportunity missed. 0 for 4 from the line so far for Louisiana tonight. Wright City back into the near court, checking back into the ball game. Jerry Stanford with the right hand, top of the key between the circles. Looks to the right side for Lehman. McRoberts bounce pass over left wing for Kornfeld. Jones, baseline, shot on the way. Nice ball work there. Grant Lehman gets the bucket. And the lead is 16-12. Reese into the near court. Three-pointer on the way. Rims in and out, no good. Mooney about had that one go down, but he did not get the shooter's touch. Wright City back the other way. Three-pointer, top of the key. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Score the basket for Kornfeld. He's hit 2 in a row.
2 3-point shots here in the first half. He's sunk both of them, and he's also got 2 on that, so he has 8 for the Wildcats. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with the final minutes of the first half next on KJFM WBBA Sports.
After the break, 16-15, Louisiana now facing some full court pressure from Wright City in the backfield. They're in some trouble, need to get it across quickly. They're going to have a 10-second call any minute here. I cannot believe they made it. They did. Louisiana into the near court. Lumley swings it left side. Three-pointer on the way from Reese. It's off the mark. Rebound underneath Ethan Harrison. He can't get it to go. Rebound still fought for. Mooney puts it back up and in. Good job on the offensive boards for Louisiana. Quincy Mooney gets the bucket. 18-15 as we come under a minute left here in the second quarter of play. Wright City. Jones has it to the right side dribble. Holds it high, dumps it inside.
Another foul. Yep. That'll be on Quincy Mooney, and it'll be his third, so I'm sure he's done for the first half. And it looks like they're going to bring Zierwa in for Mooney.
Mooney checks out. Zierwa checks in. Wright City to inbound underneath their own basket. Jones gets it, top of the key. Stanford. Now right side for McRoberts. Underneath Jones, very athletic. Rebound. Shot missed and rebound Louisiana. Reese gets it. Ethan Harrison pushes up court, loses control, gets it back on the baseline. A little bit out of control. Nice job by Reese to save it. 22 seconds left. Louisiana running a little bit scatter shot right now. Harrison gets it. A lot of contact. No foul called. 13 seconds left. Lumley looks for a screen. Has it stolen. Wright City ahead of the pack. Down court. Out of bounds. It should be Louisiana ball.
Yeah, last touch by Wright City. They'll have 2.8 seconds to try to get it in and a shot off.
Well, as tight as they called the first quarter, there was a lot of contact. Need a shot at the buzzer.
Oh, just missing.
Had good distance, just missed to the left. 18-15, Louisiana on top by 3 at the half. Back with more from the Clopton tournament after this on KJFM and Eagle and WBBA Sports.
Our score 18-15. Louisiana leads Wright City. It's a low-scoring game as we get ready to head into our third quarter of action, but halftime show. And Rodney, I think the biggest thing from today has truly been fouls. That is the story that we have. Lots and lots of fouls have been charged both sides.
Lots of fouls. You've got Quincy Mooney for Louisiana with 3 fouls. Wyatt Martin, Alex Zerwa both with 2. There's been quite a few called on Wright City as well. We were just talking during the break as closely as they called fouls in the first quarter, the last minute really on both sides you had a lot of physical contact, and they just didn't really blow the whistle at all, which I don't know, somewhere in between those two extremes I think is where the game should be called. But Louisiana had a chance there at the end to maybe stretch out a little bit, and their last 30-second possession was disjointed at best and kind of a little bit sloppy, but they do have the lead. They're up 18-15, so that's the good news, and I think they can certainly play quite a bit better in the second half of play and hopefully get themselves a win.
Yeah, one of the things that I talked about in the pregame show is it looked like there was a different group, a starting core for Louisiana today, and so kind of wondering what the mission was there. I think it may have even slowed them down, but it just doesn't seem like their typical starters, or what has been their typical starters over the last few weeks, are getting as many minutes as they have over the last few weeks. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in the second half with that, but it seems like when they had some of those starters that were out there, that's when they started moving a little bit quicker and being able to get a couple more shots off.
Well, we talked about the number of fouls that were called. As you might expect, there was quite a few foul shots attempted as well. Louisiana 0-4 from the line, so that was did not take advantage of it. Wright City only marginally better. They were 1 of 6. They had a couple more shots and they couldn't take advantage of it either. So both teams looking to get things going from the foul stripe for sure, and hopefully help them to get the scoring up a little bit. I think both teams seem to want to play a faster pace.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get the shots to go, and when they had the chance from the charity stripe, nobody could make a basket.
And I think on top of that, with as many fouls as has been called, I mean, it handcuffs you a little bit. You have to keep in mind that, okay, they've been blowing that whistle, and you pull back a little bit. And so that changes your pace of play as well, and I think that definitely impacted, at least scoring-wise, what we've seen in that first half. Yeah,
I saw some offensive charges called, which, as you mentioned, in game, that doesn't happen that often, but you can get some, if you're Louisiana, if you can continue the pressure and maybe get some of these guys from Wright City in a little bit more foul trouble, I would say you want to get to the line, but it hasn't really been much of a benefit
no,
to this point.
Not when you're over. So we'll see how it goes here in the second half. The winner of this ball game will play a tough Clopton team who pretty handily took care of Mark Twain in the game prior to this. We'll take a look at the bracket when we come back next on KJFM WBBA Sports. 18-15, Louisiana is leading Wright City here. And taking a look at our bracket, let's just go ahead and break down the girls. So we've had 4 girls games today, as no play was done yesterday, as it was the first day of the new year. So in girls action, it was Clopton defeating Mark Twain, and Winfield fell to Silex. So it was Silex advancing, Clopton advancing. They're on that championship side of the bracket. They'll play tomorrow night here in the high school gym at 6 o'clock. And then on the consolation side of the bracket, it is Winfield taking on the 8 seed Mark Twain. And so that is going to be at 6 p.m. in the middle school gym. And then also playing in the high school gym tomorrow night at 7:30, it's going to be Ellsbury, and they will do battle with Monroe City. So that'll be a 2-3 seed matchup. Should be a pretty good one. Monroe City picked up that victory over Louisiana, so Louisiana slides down to the consolation side of the bracket, and Wright City is on the consolation side of the bracket as well. So that's who Louisiana will do battle with. It's a 6-7 matchup. So that should be a pretty good game tomorrow night as well. That's at 7:30 in the middle school gym. In boys action, some scores that we have. Clopton, as that was the game right before this one, they took down Mark Twain, so they advanced to the championship side of the bracket. And then on the consolation side of the bracket, it is Mark Twain. The winner of this one, as we mentioned, they will play Clopton at 6 o'clock here in the high school gym on Thursday. The loser of this game will play Mark Twain in the middle school gym at 6 o'clock on Thursday. So that's kind of how things are shaking out. And so we have a lead for the Louisiana Bulldogs here heading out of halftime, but we have about a minute until play picks up in that second half. And I would really like to see Louisiana kind of break free from the chains that they've had, especially whenever it comes to some low offensive numbers, Rodney.
Just haven't they've had some turnovers that you've got to stay away from. Obviously didn't shoot the ball well from the free throw line, and I know they want to play with pace, but they looked a little bit out of control at times. Need to minimize that. Scoring for Louisiana, 2 points for Javen Reese, 4 for Ethan Harrison, 4 for Zerwa. Wyatt Martin leads the Bulldogs with 6 and 2 for Quincy Mooney. For Wright City, Will Bahanan with 2, Carleon Jones with 2, 8 for Chris Kornfeld. He leads all scorers. Grant Lehman with 2, and Jerry Stanford with 3. And we're getting ready to set things underway. Louisiana will get it to begin things here in the third quarter. They'll have Harrison, Martin, Zerwa, Lumley, and Mooney. Harrison brings it into the near court to Mooney. Lumley between the circles, looks right side. Harrison looks to bounce pass intended for Martin inside. Had a good look, dribbled it off his leg, turnover right off the bat. Just 10 seconds underway. Wright City gets it. They'll bring it into the near court. Top of the key, Stanford. Looks in for Jones. He leans in. Shot off the glass. It's good. Carleon Jones gets the first bucket for Wright City. It's a 1-point game. Full court pressure. Mooney to Martin. Across the timeline. Nearly a backcourt violation. Mooney gets it. Nice job by Harrison to prevent that from going out of bounds. Harrison sets the offense between the circles. Has Martin and Zerwa on his right and left respectively. Harrison gets it back a minute into the third quarter. Bounce pass inside, tipped away. Wright City with the steal. And into the near court, McRoberts. Right side layup, off the glass and in. Score the basket for Lehman.
That was a really good look for Wright City to find Lehman under the basket, and he crashed well to put up another 2 for the Wildcats.
Louisiana having a little bit of trouble with the full court pressure. They get it across the timeline. Need to set up an offense here. As they have gone from 3 up at half, they're now down 1. 19-18 Wright City has looked good in the early goings third quarter. Zerwa, free throw line extended. Gets it right side for Martin beyond 3 baseline. Lumley resets. Bounce pass turnover. Intended inside for Mooney. Nearly a backcourt violation there, but Wright City comes into the near court. Jones looks down low for Lehman. Ball's on the ground. Fought for. We'll see who has it. Louisiana has it. They're going to call a foul. I think that's a good call. Had a scrum for the ball. Lumley had the ball.
And that's going to be on Lehman. It will be his second believe. Yes. So charged with the second foul here in the third quarter.
So Louisiana has it. This time they get it across the timeline easily. Harrison pushes up, drives baseline, cut off. Top of the key for Mooney. Mooney with the right-hand dribble, picks it up. Baseline Lumley, top of the key Harrison. Harrison drives to his right, spins in the lane. Shot off the glass a little. Lumley will have a pair of free throws. 0 for 5 from the free throw stripe.
This is a 1-point game. I mean, you really have to take advantage of that. And we've missed 5 already.
Lumley has another one coming. Spins it with the left hand. This time gets one to go. And we're tied at 19. McRoberts gets it in the near court. Stanford into the paint. Jump step. Has a shot blocked by Martin. Louisiana, Harrison into the near court. Pushes. Looks to his left and right. Baseline. Three-pointer on the way. Air ball short. Rebound underneath. Zerwa takes it back up strong. Couldn't get it to go. Now Zerwa will have 2 foul shots coming.
Foul is charged to Chris Cornfield. Be his first of the night. Sending Zerwa to the free throw line.
No good. Zerwa misses the first. I'd hope that the lid was taken off as Lumley made the second of 2 attempts. Second one on the way. This one's good for Zerwa. 2019, Louisiana on top by a point. 5:22 to play, third period. McRoberts idles between the circles, looks to his left. He has Stanford there. Stanford holds it high, cycles in free throw line. Jones, short. Rebound, Mooney. Bulldogs come the other direction. Martin has it. Rainbows to Lumley. Right wing, drives into the lane. Nice look. Score the basket. Cooper Lumley.
Cooper has 3 points here in the ball game, and they're all coming in the second half.
22-19, the 3-point halftime lead has been restored. That's 3 good possessions in a row for Louisiana. Jones has it between the circles, looks left side for McRoberts. Stanford now free throw line. Threw it away. Ball's on the ground. Nice hustle. Now Louisiana comes away with it. Martin and Harrison into the near court. Martin throws it away. McRoberts back the other direction. Has Jones ahead of the pack. Jones gets it to go. Corleone Jones.
He has 6 points, 4 points in the second half.
And he also picks up a foul there, running into Zerwa.
That'll be his second. Coming into the game, it'll be Denzel Dowdy. His man will be Quincy Mooney as he starts to trail him around.
Zerwa has it beyond 3 right wing. Bounce pass intended for Martin. Jump step, gets his man in the air, draws the foul.
That's going to be on Jones.
Now they're going to call that on the floor, which I certainly think that could have been a shooting foul. Nonetheless, that's the third on Corleone Jones. Well, they called it on the floor, but that's 5 fouls, so there will be foul shots coming.
He'll get a shoot 2.
So Wyatt Martin, his first chance from the foul stripe. First one's on the way, and it's off the iron short. 22-21. Martin eyes it, shoots it. This one's good.
50% isn't great, but that's what they've been in the second half.
It's much better than 0.0
Yes.
in the first half. 3 of 6 so far in the second half. Just under 4 minutes left, third quarter. So Louisiana getting to the line. 23-21, they lead by 2. Wright City's Jones has it. Swings it right side to McRoberts. Looks down low for Dowdy.
going to be on.
Zierwa picks up his third.
So a couple of Bulldogs with 3 fouls, Quincy Mooney being one of them, Alex Zierwa with the other.
Both on the floor playing with 3. Mick Roberts, he hands right side for Cornfield. He backs it out between the circles, looks to Jones on the left wing. Dowdy, Denzel Dowdy with the right-hand dribble. They run the weave. Mick Roberts guarded by Zierwa. Back to Jones, guarded by Lumley. Jones picks up his dribble. Now to Dowdy. Wright City doesn't really look to be trying to find any offense. Jones bowls into the lane and travels. Nice job by Cooper Lumley to not pick up the foul there.
Stood his ground and was able to do his part and not get the foul.
Jones was looking to take it to the rack and draw the foul, and Lumley stood his ground and forced the turnover. Full court pressure. Louisiana needs to get it across the timeline, and they do. Mooney into the near court. Now baseline beyond 3 on the left side for Lumley. Fakes the 3, drives. In a little bit of trouble, gets it to Harrison. Harrison takes it up, strong off the glass. It won't go. Gets his rebound back. Bounce pass baseline right. Now looking for Zierwa. He loses it. It's on the ground. McRoberts comes away with Wright City. Maybe one too many passes there. Roberts down the lane to Dowdy. Denzel Dowdy scores the bucket, and we're tied at 23. Dowdy's first points on the night. Mooney, they need to get it across the timeline. They do. Zierwa, baseline, Harrison. Beyond 3, Martin on the way. Yes, score the basket.
Big
Wyatt
3.
Martin.
That's exactly what Louisiana needed, and they're going to call a timeout. With 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter, 26-23, Louisiana leads. We'll come back with more on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Louisiana with their 3-point lead reestablished. 26-23. Wright City has the ball, down by 3. Just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter of play. Wright City. Jones has it beyond 3. Looks to McRoberts. He tries to drive. Spins in the lane. Looked like a clean block. They're going to call Lumley with the foul. That I have that as his second.
Should be his second.
Jones will have a pair of foul shots coming. First shots of the third quarter from the charity stripe for Wright City. That one's good. Of all the foul shots shot tonight, that was the best look when it left his hand and it splashed nothing but the bottom of the net.
You knew it was going in.
You did. I have not thought that very often this evening.
No, me either.
That one's strong. Rebound, Martin. Outlet pass to Harrison. In the backcourt, comes center court, crosses the stripe on the red and black Hawk. Harrison looks to the right. Lumley gets it down low, double team there, travels with the ball, 26-24. Wright City gets it back. Lumley just got in way too far under the basket to receive that pass, and he had absolutely nowhere to go.
Good defensive pressure from Wright City, knowing exactly where he was. They forced that to happen.
Wright City back in the near court. Jones to the left wing for McRoberts. Puts it on the floor, drives baseline. That's going to be Zierwa's fourth. So Landon Brown, the sophomore, is going to check in. Zierwa checks out. 1:10 left here in the third quarter. And here we go. Wright City to inbounds under their own basket. Three-pointer faked. Picks up his dribble. Edwards. Drayden Edwards into the ball game. Corleone Jones and Edwards play pitch and catch beyond three on the left wing. Entry pass. Man at the top of the key. Rebound underneath on the missed shot. Ball hits the inline. Ball hits the inline, and Louisiana has it. Louisiana in the backcourt with pressure, having some trouble. They're going to get a 10-second call at some point in time. They get the ball across. Lumley, cross-court Harrison. Ball's on the ground. Fought for. Louisiana gets it back. Martin drives right side for Brown. Louisiana slows things down. 25 seconds left. Mooney, top of the key, holds it high for Landon Brown on the left wing. Entry pass for Martin. He spins. Gets it back out beyond three. Lumley's three-pointer on the way. This one's short. No good. Rebound McRoberts. 26-24. McRoberts pushes into the near court. Going to be an offensive call. No, they're going to whistle the blocking foul against Ethan Harrison. Boy, I thought he had position there.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get another offensive foul call, which would have been like a record number for in a game, I think. But no, it is charged to Wyatt Harrison. It'll be his first. Or excuse me, Ethan Harrison.
Dwan McRoberts has a pair of foul shots coming. This one looks long. It doesn't go in.
One of the things that I'd really like to see Louisiana do, especially in the fourth quarter, is they've been just hanging back and not crashing boards, been unable to get those rebounds, and that's exactly what happened and led to this, as they just let a long rebound just hang out.
Into the first half, three-pointer on the way. Ooh. Just short. Skimmed the bottom of the net from Landon Brown. 26-25 is our score. Louisiana on top by one. Back with the fourth quarter after this on KJFM and WBBA Sports.
Maddie Ingram, Rodney Dolbear, as we are in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. And we have a close game here, a one-point game, 26-25 as we move into the fourth quarter of action. The winner of this ball game moves on to play Clopton. The loser will play Mark Twain on Thursday.
So Wright City gets the ball, down by a point, 26-25. 8 minutes left. They'll have the ball first, and they bring it into the backcourt. McRoberts walks it across the timeline. Looks to his left for Denzel Dowdy. Picks up his dribble. Jones in the paint. Hanging off the glass. It won't go. Rebound underneath Martin. Martin picks up his dribble, and he'll hand it off to Landon Brown. He gets it over to Quincy Mooney. Mooney for Lumley in the corner. Back to Mooney. Top of the key between the circles, Harrison. Harrison holds it high. Lumley. Not much movement away from the ball right now. I don't know what Louisiana is expecting. This time Martin cuts to the basket. Shot's going to be called a block. Could have been a foul with the body on Jones. Nonetheless, Wright City the other direction. Into the paint. Shot on the way. 15-footer won't go. Off the top of the backboard. Drayden Edwards had about a 15-footer. Hit the front of the rim and bounced up on top of the backboard. Louisiana gets it back. A one-point lead. Harrison breaks the timeline. Sets the offense. Has Mooney and Martin on his left, Lumley and Brown on his right. Now swings it left side. Entry pass down low. Had a good look. Lumley had it stripped by Denzel Dowdy. Ball security. Jones. Corleone Jones back the other direction. to Dowdy. Both offenses are playing at a snail's pace right now. 6:38 left in the fourth quarter. Into the paint, shot off the glass, it won't go. Rebound Louisiana. Wyatt Martin quickly up the other way. Off the glass and in. Took it to the hoop on the miss. The lead is 3, 28-25.
With that, Wyatt Martin finds the double digits here as he scored 6 in the first half and 5 here in the second half.
Edwards holds the ball, kicks it top of the key for Bohannon, getting his first action of the second half. Nick Roberts, three-pointer on the way. It won't go. Good position. Landon Brown, Louisiana pulls it down. Harrison walks it across the timeline up the right side. Harrison guarded by McRoberts. McRoberts has quick hands. Screen set by Lumley. Passes up the three-pointer on the way from the corner. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Wyatt Martin starting to heat up. His second three-pointer of the second half. 31-25. The lead is its largest at 6.
He's been the difference in this game between Louisiana and Wright City. I think from both sides, he's really the shooter that you have to watch out for.
Corleone Jones feeds Denzel Dowdy along the baseline right. He connects for a 2, so the lead back to 4. Approaching 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Across the timeline, Brown. Brown drives in, shot off the mark. It won't go. Tipped. And they're going to call a foul on Quincy Moody. That's his 4th. Didn't have position on the rebound. Came over the back, and they whistled Mooney for the foul.
Coming into the game for Quincy Mooney, it'll be Alex Zierwa. So you're just kind of exchanging fouls for fouls there, but that was the 4th on Quincy Mooney. Alex Zierwa has 4, so they're both in foul trouble.
Have to play smart now. I mean, that's just what you've got to do as we come under the 5-minute mark. Right side of the paint, Kornfeld. Stanford to Denzel Dowdy. Dowdy cycles back around to McRoberts. McRoberts picks up his dribble, nearly throws it away. Nice job by Stanford to keep a handle on it. 4:42 left, 31-27. Stanford beyond 3, holds it high, looks to the right side for McRoberts. McRoberts puts it on the floor, guarded by Lumley. Shot blocked, Wyatt Martin. Nice job. He heads up court. He blocks Stanford's shot in the air, off the glass. They're going to call an offensive foul, and I tell you, I don't agree with it.
I don't either. That was just really, really good work from Wyatt Martin, and it's all just stripped away there. He was able to get the steal, or the block, and then he stole the ball on the tip, brought it down the court, was able to put it up off the glass, and then he's charged with the foul.
Well, the defender set up underneath him while Wyatt was in the air. You can't do that. Nonetheless, they did. They called the foul. It was a 3rd on Martin. Wright City down 4. 4 minutes left in this one. Right side, Stanford. Stanford turns it over. So Louisiana gets it back. Harrison throws it away.
I think they were kind of hoping that Wyatt Martin got back. It looks like he's kind of limping, either his knee or his ankle, but it looked like he was trying to make a cut move to come back and just miscommunication.
McRoberts gets it into Kornfeld. Top of the key, Jones, left wing, beyond 3 for Stanford. Bounce pass for Jones. He bounces it in. Gonna call traveling. Could have called an offensive foul. They called traveling on Jones.
Lost his footing.
Louisiana got it back. Harrison in the corner. Needs to put it on the floor and get it across the timeline. Man-to-man pressure, so he'll walk it or run it across the black and red Hawk. Looks to his right, throws it in the intended direction of Lumley. Tipped out of bounds by Stanford. It'll stay with Louisiana. Fortunate there, that was a turnover, very nearly a turnover for Louisiana. They have a 4-point lead in the ball. Lumley gets it. Heavy pressure by Stanford. Has it tipped to Martin, top of the key, now driving. Harrison off the glass, no good. They're going to call a foul.
That's on
the floor.
DeJuan McRoberts. It is his first of the game.
So Louisiana gets it under their own basket. Nice look. Put back up and in for Cooper Lumley. Missed the first shot, got his own rebound, and scored the basket. He's got 5 in the second half. 33-27. The lead is 6. 3:18 left in this one. Stanford. McRoberts, nice give and go. McRoberts scores the bucket, cuts the lead to 4.
That's his first points of the game.
One of the rare, I've got him making one of the rare free throws for Wright City. Tipped out of bounds. Stanford got his hand in there again on the Harrison pass intended for Zierwa. So Mooney back to the court for Louisiana. Landon Brown takes a seat. Zierwa inbounds to Harrison. Ball stolen by Stanford. He's got quick hands. Zierwa cuts him off. I think McRoberts with the basket. Timeout on the floor. We'll talk about it when we come back from this break on KJFM and WBBA Sports. (33-31), 2 minutes 45 seconds left in this fourth quarter of play. The number 4, number 5 matchup at the Clopton tournament, Wright City and Louisiana. Louisiana with the 2-point lead. They'll have the ball. Now I'll say this. I am shocked that Wright City's not pressing. Louisiana hasn't dealt with it well.
No, they have not. It's worked well for Wright City.
I mean, they pick up pressure at half court, but I am shocked, although they are bringing the pressure. They're bringing the pressure, and Jones is going to get the foul.
Reach around, and that'll be his 4th, I believe. Yep, that'll be his 4th of the day.
So Louisiana has it on the far hash. They don't put hashes on the courts anymore, but I'm going to, well, I guess they do. I see it in the side stripe, in the base, not the baseline, but the out of bounds line on the side. Lumley in paint, has it tipped back, gets it back, looks to drive to the basket, guarded by Denzel. Dowdy with the foul.
Wright City was wanting the referees to call a travel, as there were a couple of steps in there as he was trying to make some room, but it is Dowdy being charged with the foul instead.
And they called that on the floor. Rainbow's in, another foul. This one's going to be on McRoberts.
That'll be his 2nd. He ran into Zierwa.
Dowdy has 2, and that's also the 4th on Wright City. So after the next foul, Louisiana will be going to the free throw line. Inbounds pass from Martin in the corner. Nice look. Bounce pass, second pass. Zierwa misses the foul shot, but this one's going to result in free throws. Alex is 1 of 2 on the night from the charity stripe. He'll have 2 coming here with a 2-point lead. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left in the game.
Twain McRoberts picked up his 3rd foul.
No good.
And it's a 2-point game, and free throws have been an issue from both sides all night, but this is really when it counts. You got to lock in and put another point on the board for your team.
Alex makes the 2nd. The lead is 3. McRoberts has Jones and Stanford. Denzel Dowdy on his right. 3-pointer, top of the key. Rims out, no good. Rebound controlled underneath by Zierwa. Harrison gets it up court. Looks to drive, has it stripped. Ball's on the ground, loose. Wright City controls. Kornfeld missed the 3, and Louisiana had a golden opportunity. Back the other way, McRoberts scores the bucket.
He made
the
that
lead is
look
1.
easy. He has 7 points in the second half.
Louisiana turns it over in the backcourt, gets it back.
And do we have a foul? Or are they saying over and back?
They're saying over and back, but Louisiana lost possession of the ball. But I guess Wright City, they're saying never regained possession. But it was tipped into the backcourt.
Yeah.
That's not over and back. The ball was tipped into the backcourt. You're allowed to go retrieve it.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, while we're discussing that, Wright City misses a shot to take the lead. They trail by 1, 1:19 left. Jones in the lane, hands it to Dowdy. Free throw line, jump shot is good. Denzel Dowdy gives Wright City the lead.
He has 6 points in the second half, 6 points in the ball game.
Martin to Lumley. Lumley shot up, blocked by Jones.
It's going to be Lumley that's going to get the foul as Jones was holding on to the ball. He was wanting him to foul, and that's exactly what happened. Be the third for Cooper Lumley.
A minute left. Louisiana needs to stop, a takeaway, or McRoberts into the paint, looks baseline. Head and shoulder fake on the three-point shot. Back for Jones. Timeout taken on the court by Wright City. We'll step aside, be back with the final minute of this on KJFM and WBBA Sports. Well, the stage is this. Wright City has battled back. They trailed by as many as 6 against Louisiana. They lead now by 1. They have the ball to inbound on the far side of the court in the front court with the 1-point lead. They just called Zierwa for his 5th foul. I'll be honest. I mean, I don't know. It was on the far side of the court. Nonetheless, Zierwa is out with 5.
Brown will come in for him. There's been a lot of whistles.
There have been a lot of whistles. Denzel Dowdy tries to get it in. He gets it into Stanford in the corner. He drives baseline. Now throws it to the near court for Jones. Jones baseline for Dowdy. Dowdy top of the key, going to have to foul. And Martin commits the foul. So now foul shots coming for Wright City. They haven't been really any better than Louisiana.
No.
Matter of fact, they've been worse. They've got 3 makes so far. Louisiana does have 4. On the line is Kornfeld. His first one rattles home. The lead is now 2. 36-34 Wright City. Second one finds nothing but the bottom of the net. The lead is 3. Lumley has it stolen. Jones throws it up. Ball is out of bounds. It'll be Louisiana basketball.
They're going to say last touch by Wright City, but Wright City can't believe it. As they were trying to put up a shot, it looked like, and Louisiana was able to deflect it and get it to go out. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. We're just going to keep it here as we have 28 seconds left to play in this game as the Louisiana Lady Bulldog cheerleaders come out. And I know it's going to be a long week for them as well, and many of our area teams are competing, and so it's, you know, they're every night whenever it comes to cheer. It's boys and girls action, so they've had a long day and going to have a long week, so best of luck to them as well. But Louisiana trailing in this one by 3 points, and man, this game it's been kind of tough at times to really get engaged with. It just seems like there's been so many whistles that have stopped play. It's stopped intensity of play, Rodney, and so it just kind of makes this one a really tough one for whoever does come out on the winning side, because just think about how quick the pace of the game was for Clopton, and that's exactly what they're expecting on Thursday.
Well, I can tell you this, if anybody is scouting and Louisiana were to win this game, they're going to see a lot of full court pressure going forward because they have been really unable to handle it. They do this time. Harrison comes into the near court. 24 seconds left. Ball's
They're going to
on
call
the
him on the
ground.
travel.
Harrison, there was a collision. He was called for traveling.
I think he was trying to draw the foul there, and, you know, that works sometimes, but any other time you're falling and you have a hold of the ball, well, that's just the travel. It's just the way it goes.
McRoberts tying his shoe. So Louisiana down by 3. McRoberts in the backcourt.
And a foul.
And unfortunately, he did get the foul. The ball was tipped into the front court, intercepted by Louisiana, but it was after the foul was committed. So with 19 seconds left, McRoberts will go to the line. Foul was the 4th on Cooper Lumley. It's a good-looking stroke. Finds the net for McRoberts.
Free throws have been a problem for both sides all game, but it seems like Wright City has been able to flip on the switch when it counts, especially in this last few minutes of the ball game.
They've made 3 in a row. This one looks long. It is. Rebounds fought for. Outlet pass to Lumley. Lumley comes to the near court, needs a bucket. Off the glass, score the basket. That's huge. 38-36, and a chance to make it a one-point game. Lumley. .9 seconds left.
It's the second foul for Cornfield.
Foul shot, no good. Lane violation. Lumley started following his free throw shot before it got to the rim and was called for the lane violation, so even if it had gone in, and they may have been trying to miss it on purpose, I don't know. I would have preferred to see him make it a one-point game and then take your chances.
See where it goes from there. We have a full timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with the final few seconds of action on KJFM WBBA Sports.
.12 seconds left. Wright City gets it inbounds. McRoberts fouled right away by Landon Brown. So McRoberts with a 2-point lead. We'll see what happens here. Roberts with making both of them. Could make it a 4-point game. First one's on the way, looks strong, but hits off the back iron and drops. The lead is 3. One more. Nothing but the bottom of the net. The Wright City lead is 4. Harrison into the near court. Lumley now driving to the paint, off the glass and in. Score the basket for Martin. 5 ticks left, the lead is 2.
Looks like we do have a timeout, but we'll keep it here as Louisiana trails by 2. As we mentioned, the winner of this ball game will go on to play Clopton on Thursday night. The loser will play Mark Twain. The consolation side of the bracket will be continued in the middle school gym, and the championship side of the bracket will be continued in the high school gym.
Well, Louisiana gets the bucket. They trail by 2. So they'll need to foul immediately as the pass is inbounds. And then you just have to hope that the shooter will only make 1 of 2 and give yourself a chance, or miss both of them as far as that goes. Give yourself a chance to win or tie with a 3.
I think McRoberts is the one you don't want to foul as of right now.
Well,
as he's been the one who's been kind of perfect from the free throw line since we talked about how bad free throws were.
Well, they've made their last 6. They've made their last 6 in a row, or maybe missed 1 of them.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, they've certainly warmed things up. Jones will inbounds. He has McRoberts and Stanford. Martin provides the defense for Louisiana. Jones looks to get it in.
They were doing something to try to confuse Louisiana, but
yeah. So Jones was standing on the right baseline, and Stanford cycled and came out of bounds onto the left baseline. And then when Jones went to pass it to him, Martin just chose to continue on and slap the ball out of bounds like he was in the field to play. Nonetheless, they've
called another full timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick break. Be back with more on KJFM WBBA Sports.
Louisiana has Martin, Harrison, Lumley, Mooney, and Brown on the floor. There's some
So they had ran some time off the clock. It's supposed to be 5.1 seconds, so they'll give them that time back, as it's a 2-point lead for the Wright City Wildcats as they look to inbound the ball.
Jones has it. He gets it out of bounds over to Well, Louisiana just got very fortunate. They called the foul. McRoberts is going to have foul shots. I thought he got the pass, so I didn't think there was much of a foul. Nonetheless, and had that not been a foul, the game was going to be over. 2.9 seconds left. McRoberts will have 2 foul shots, a 2-point lead. Make them both, and the ball game is certainly over. The first one's on the way. It's out and off to the right. Louisiana, worst case scenario, will have a chance to tie with a 3. If he misses this one, they'll have a chance to win with a 3. 2.9 seconds left. Foul shot on the way. It's no good.
And are they saying a lane violation?
Lane violation against Louisiana. The foul shot was no good.
So they're giving him another chance.
And they need to put 0.2 of a second back on the clock. 2.9.
This may be the longest 5 seconds of a basketball game I've seen in a while.
If not, we're getting very close. If it's not the record, we can see it.
Somebody
coming
bring
up.
out the Guinness Book of World Records. We might have one here.
2.9 seconds. Louisiana needs to control the rebound if it's missed. It's off the mark to the right. Martin has it. Down court pass. And it will fall harmlessly in the front court. Louisiana goes down to defeat 40-38. Back with the wrap after this on KJFM and WBBA Sports.
Our final in this one, it was the Louisiana Bulldogs falling to Wright City 40-38. And Rodney, I wouldn't say that this was a pretty game. It's probably one both teams don't want to remember.
No, it really got kind of sloppy. Louisiana found kind of a nice rhythm and got up to a 6-point lead, and then just kind of fell apart from there. Struggled all night long with the full court pressure. They didn't ever have a 10-second violation, but they came close very, very often and had some turnovers out of it, and they just never really adjusted to the pressure. And free throws all night long for Louisiana. They missed a bunch. They missed 4. They were 0-4 in the first half, and they were 4 of 8 in the second. But that's still 33% of your foul shots. You just can't do that.
Yeah, and so I mean, both teams, I think they had some trouble with the fouling, and not all of that is on them. I know that there was some tough officiating down there. There was lots of whistles, but it changes the way you play. But you also have to get over that mental hump that I think both teams faced. There was just frustration, and nobody ever got past that. And so we had another low-scoring game here, but I think both teams just really were not on their game tonight, and they're going to have to change that for their opponents that they're going to see on Thursday.
That's for sure. Final scoring breaks down as follows for Louisiana. Cooper Lumley with 7 points, all in the second half. Javen Reese with 2. Ethan Harrison with 4 points. Zierwa had 6, leading all scorers tonight with 17. 11 of them in the second half. Wyatt Martin with a nice second half. Quincy Mooney with 2. For Wright City, Bohannon with 2. Denzel Dowdy had all 6 of his points in the second half. 8 points for Corleone Jones, leading the Wildcats. Chris Kornfeld with 9. 4 for Grant Lehman, and 8 for DeJuan Roberts, with Jerry Stanford coming in with 3.
Yeah, and so the winner of this game was the Wright City Wildcats. They will face Clopton on Thursday. Louisiana will take on Mark Twain. And so both of those teams played some quality basketball. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out on Thursday. But that was our opening round. Just going to go down our bracket once again and take a look at some of the girls' games, because we had 8 games here from Clopton, as it was the opening round today. And so for girls action, it was Clopton over Mark Twain, and they advanced to the championship side of the bracket. And then it was Silex over Winfield. So Clopton and Silex will play here tomorrow night, and that is a 6 o'clock game in the high school gym. And then in the middle school gym at 6 o'clock, it is Winfield and Mark Twain. In the high school gym at 7:30 tomorrow night on the girls' side of the bracket, Ellsbury picked up the win over Wright City, so it'll be Ellsbury taking on the 3 seed. It'll be a 2-3 matchup. Monroe City, Louisiana girls will play in the consolation game in the middle school gym at 7:30 consolation side of the bracket against Wright City at 7:30. And then from the high school gym this evening, it was Clopton over Mark Twain, setting up that championship side of the bracket, and then Wright City over Louisiana. So that is the the championship side of the bracket, which will be played in the high school gym on Thursday at 6 o'clock. And in the middle school gym at 6 o'clock on Thursday, it will be Louisiana taking on Mark Twain. So full day of basketball. You can always find scores online at our scoreboard page, KJFM WBBA.com. From Maddie Ingram, Rodney Dolbear, Ryan Capps, and everybody back at the station, saying see you later, and thank you for tuning in today to the Clopton Tournament.